Former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer is one of the Republicans running for governor as the recall election comes into focus. He's joining us now. Good morning. Good to see you.
Sally, great to be back with you. Good morning.
Well, I remember not too long ago you were here on set and you were wrapping up your term here as mayor of San Diego, and we all kind of had a feeling like he's not done. He has things that he still wants to do.
Yeah, we got a few things, and making a change at the top of California's first priority. And so it's great to be out there. I've been traveling the state talking about all the things that I think we need to do to get our state back on track and getting a great response.
Why decide to run for governor now?
I will tell you, Shelley, because our families need help. This week I introduced the largest middle-class tax cut in California history. We have to make our state more affordable, more livable, and also, talking about the things that we were able to do in San Diego and taking them statewide in terms of how we worked on reducing homelessness. I've been talking pretty outspoken about the need to fully reopen our public schools to get our kids in school full time. And so, this is really going to be a campaign about what I consider to be common sense for California that, part of everybody, Democrats, Republicans, and independents.
Your policies during your time when you were here in San Diego, what worked for you that you think and worked for us here that would work for the whole entire state?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I really do think it has to do with common sense and bringing people together for real solutions and reforms. Look, as a Republican who got elected twice, obviously, in a majority Democrat city here in San Diego, and had to work with a majority Democrat city council, I think that that's incredibly important. I think one-party rule in Sacramento has not been serving our state well. It's time for a competition of ideas. It's time for somebody who can bring people together and actually get results.
Let's talk about some of these tax cuts, if we can, for the middle class. We ran some of these numbers yesterday on our morning show, depending on how much money you and your family make. Tell us about why you want to do this, especially at a time that we're coming out of this pandemic, and there are a lot of people who are relying on government assistance to be able to get back on their feet again, and all these programs that are being proposed cost money.
It does, and it's really time to allow hardworking Californians to keep more of their money and not send it to Sacramento. I mean, we just found out this past week that our state has a $75 billion surplus. It's time to, as I said, give that tax relief because California is just too expensive. And what we've seen for the first time in our state's history, people are leaving California. Why? Because it's too inexpensive and it's not affordable. We just lost a congressional seat on top of that. And so what this plan does is it really keeps money in your pocket as an individual, eligible up to $2,000 a year, and a family of four, $4,000. I mean, just to put some perspective into it, that's enough for 8 months of utilities or 8 months of groceries, 92 tanks of gas. And so we have to make California more affordable, and that's why this is targeted at the middle class.
Speaking of too expensive and money, if I may ask, and I've heard some people say this, is that to do this recall is going to cost millions and millions of dollars to the taxpayer, and we have what, 1 year early to if you wanted to remove the governor. What do you say to the people who are saying, like, we're talking about putting money back in people's pockets, but yes, we're willing to spend millions of dollars to remove the governor 1 year earlier?
Well, I think there's a real sense of urgency. I think that's why 2 million Californians signed this recall petition, and this was Californians of all walks of life, Democrats, independents, and Republicans. And when you talking some of the dollars, I mean, contrast that dollars for the recall election versus $30 billion worth of fraud this year alone in our employment development department. I mean, that's why I think you're seeing this sense of urgency, that folks want somebody who can come in, roll up their sleeves, provide the reforms and the efficiencies of Sacramento. For a lot of Californians, there's no time to waste.
You're running against a few other Republicans. John Cox, we had him on the show just a few days ago. Caitlyn Jenner. Why you over them? And I'm curious to know what you also think about John Cox's bear.
Well, that's one approach. Our approach is to highlight real Californians and real people. And I'll tell you, I think one of the things that will really define and separate our campaign, Charlie, is, the fact that we're able to get results. And, I have the experience of bringing folks together, as I said, twice in our great city of San Diego. And so it's that type of leadership, as I said, that somebody who can bring Democrats and Republicans together and somebody who has actual solutions. And so just like our middle class tax cut, this is going to be a campaign that will really focus on solutions for Californians, efficiency, balanced budgets, the work that I was able to do as mayor. We need a lot more of that in Sacramento.
If I could ask you before I let you go, there are some polls that are out there that are saying most Californians, they don't want this recall. They don't want to spend the money for this recall. What would you say to them?
I think it's clear from a lot of polls that we're seeing that this recall is really neck and neck. And I'm not surprised, because I think Californians have been really frustrated, not just about the open and closed chalet during the pandemic and, not following the science, but like I said, the fact that our public schools in California are the slowest in the nation to reopen. Our kids should be back in school full time. And I think when we also talk about some of the other big issues that are out there, like I said, the need to reduce homelessness, really, protecting public safety. And again, I'm going to be talking so much about making it more affordable and livable in California, because I think that's one of our biggest challenges that we have.
Former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer, we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Shelley. Great to be back with you. Thank you.
And by the way, he is one of several candidates in the recall election. We have already interviewed John Cox earlier this week. We have also reached out to Caitlyn Jenner and Governor Newsom himself for interviews.